Have you guys ever wanted to watch anime with me? Well, now you guys can. We watch all type of anime and we do it on a nightly basis. All you guys have to do is follow me on Twitch and click the link in the description to join the Discord. With that out of the way, let's get into the intro. So in this video, we're going to be talking about stuff that happened in chapter 123. Ooh, my bad. 137 of Attack on Titan. So if you guys do not want to be spoiled, I highly suggest you guys click off this video. Alright, so now that the guys who clicked off are gone, we're going to talk about Eren Jaeger, right? So basically we're going to sum up chapter 137 real quick. Basically, Zeke gave up his life to stop the rumbling. Levi finally fulfilled his promise and killed him, and then the rumbling stops, but now Reiner and Armin are tag teaming to kill Eren. The last shot we get is of Armin turning into a Colossal, basically having a nuke explosion. So yeah, so I personally don't think that Eren is dead. But the debate is whether he's alive or dead. Like I said, I don't think he is. And the reason why, because we have 2 more chapters left, and the only 2 chapters we've really seen, and we've barely seen him at that, is chapter 123, where we get the flashback talking about what am I to you, and then we see him turn into the skeleton founding Titan. And then in chapter 133 we get where he brings the Alliance who are on the plane into past, and he talks about the only way of stopping the rumbling, etc. But in that, he had like blackness under his eyes and on his face, so it looked like he was being controlled. And well, yeah. But if you guys enjoy regular anime content, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. I think this is like the 4th video in a row that I've done. I've done a video every day this week, so hopefully you guys are enjoying it, smashing that like button. With that out of the way, my name is Potential Unleashed, and let's talk about the unpredictable fate of Eren Jaeger. So I think the odds of Eren being alive is like 60-40, and personally, I don't want him to die, but if he did die, I'm not going to go riot to Isayama. I don't think it's going to be the end of the world. But at the same time, if he does die, this would be pretty much a copy of Code Geass' ending. And let me explain for those of you guys who haven't seen Code Geass. Basically, Lelouch became the enemy of the world, and he had everybody basically allied together to defeat him, basically bringing all the evil upon himself so that everybody can unite and become one. And then they ended up killing that evil, and peace was brought. So, and that's the same thing that's happened with the rumbling. Eren, he became this big monster that Marlians, Eldians, they're all coming together to stop. And if he does die, then the world will probably be at peace. And this bone-bearing copy of Code Geass, and Isayama, like I said, I know he's better at, and a genius at writing, so I know he's better than to do an ending that's not completely unique to his own. So I really hope that, he does not go to Code Geass route, because Attack on Titan would, for me, it's my 2nd favorite anime, and I want it to stay like that. Now, don't get me wrong, if Eren does die, I don't think that it would have been in chapter 137, because, like I said, we have not seen this ninja for like 15 chapters, and it's kind of unfair that we don't get to see his point of view, and he's dead. Like, what? And examples of MCs dying, for instance, Naruto, he'll likely die protecting the Hidden Leaf Village. Luffy will probably die after becoming the Pirate King. Itadori, he's going to probably die after eating all 20 fingers of Sukuna with the people he loves around him. Deku's probably going to die after giving the next user one for all, etc. And also, those that say that he should be dead in chapter 123 where Guy be shot off his head. Okay, let's be real here. Zeke survived an explosion, a point-blank explosion, right? And half of, I think it was like from his chest down, was completely gone, and he was reborn and alive. And then Reiner in season 3, he had his head, like his brain was out of his skull and he was still alive. And also he took a freaking thunder spear to the throat, where the throat, the nape, is right there. So anything's possible, okay? Now, why don't I think Eren's dead? Well, I have 4, 5 reasons, maybe. So let's talk about it. So reason 1 is his hardening, right? So in season 3, Eren consumed a bottle of, I think it was called specifically armor, that where it allowed him to have the ability to harden. We've seen Annie do it, we've seen Zeke do it, and now Eren has the ability. And then when he fought with Reiner in season 3, Eren's armor was able to penetrate Reiner's armor, right? And it was stated, and we've seen it before, it was stated that Reiner's armor was able to survive from the colossal explosion. We saw when Berthold told Reiner to flip upward so he could do the explosion in season 3. And so Eren was able to pierce Reiner's armor with his hardening abilities alone. And now that he has the Warhammer Titan, which masters in Titan hardening, personally, I'd say that Eren's hardening abilities are stronger and better than that of the Armored Titan. But let's say, for the sake of argument, that they're equal. That means that Eren should be able to harden himself, and they both should be able to survive the explosion. Reason 2 is because they've implied Eren's death so many times. Really, ever since, I guess, like the last major saga, the last 40-ish chapters that we've been dealing with Marley, everybody except Mikasa has brought up the possibility of killing Eren. We have Gabby, Peek, Jean, Coney, Annie, Reiner, Armin. And Armin didn't explicitly say it, but let's be real. If he's blowing up a nuke-sized explosion where Eren is right below him and he says, "Goodbye, Eren," that's pretty much a guarantee that he's expecting that he's going to have to kill him. And now, I don't understand why Eren has to die, right? Because in chapter 133, they stated while they were in the plane, if we kill Zeke, doesn't that stop the rumbling? And, well, y'all killed him. Levi fulfilled his duty, and the rumbling stopped. So, why does Eren have to die, you know? And they're basically contradicting themselves within this chapter, in my opinion. And Isayama's a writer where we expect the unexpected. He's a genius. So much foreshadowing, so much shock value, right? And I feel like we didn't get that, you know? It also doesn't make any sense to me that Eren has saved Armin countless of times, right? Including him being bullied as a kid, him pulling him out of Santa Titan's mouth, the bullet at Tross when he was fighting that Armin should be the one saved over Erwin. And for someone to preach about talking stuff out and not wanting conflict, not once did he talk it out to Eren, and he just decided that nuking him was the only option. And then this right here leads me to reason number 4. The different antagonists that we've had, and they've changed and some of them were able to redeem themselves. For example, let's look at Annie, Reiner, Berthold, and Zeke, right? So, combined, I'd say their kill count is the same as Eren's. You can't convince me otherwise. The amount of Titans that they've sent over, the amount of people they let in the walls, their kill count is high, right? And so, all 4 of them have escaped death plenty of times. Annie was about to get eaten by Eren. Oh, what happened? She gets bailed out by hardening, right? Reiner especially. You would think Reiner has MC plot armor, the amount of times he's gotten saved. Season 2, Season 3, even Season 4. It's ridiculous. And Zeke, he just gave up his life. But in Season 3 and Season 4, Zeke has escaped death a couple times as well. And they've all had chances to, especially with Armin, they've all tried to talk it out with them, how to, stop doing this and stop doing that. But Eren has not had that chance, right? This is the first time that Eren has fought against people. Well, except for, Marley don't count. Marley does count, but it don't count. Okay, this is Eren's first time not fighting Titans, right? Doing something that's dark, doing something that I'm gonna put an asterisk by antagonist, but doing something that an antagonist of the series would do. And he doesn't get a chance to talk it out, right? And he doesn't get a chance to redeem himself. Only that they say he must and has to die, which contradicts everything that Armin believes in, and that just doesn't make any sense to me. And this is my favorite one, probably because she's the baddest bee to ever do it, my favorite character, and this is going to go up on her birthday, so happy birthday to Mikasa. But reason number 4, Mikasa herself. Now, I don't care how you guys view her in Eren's relationship, mother, son, lovers, friends, I don't care, okay? But it doesn't matter. I'm going to be honest with you guys, alright? So, without any biasness, Mikasa has not had an important role in this story since chapter 123. I promise you guys, if Mikasa was still at Paradis, the alliance would still have succeeded. Nothing would have changed. I promise you guys this. She has done nothing. And find a chapter where she done something. Okay, besides saving Armin, but find a chapter where she was really and truly needed, where somebody else couldn't take her place. I'll wait. She been MIA. But something that needs to happen is, you know, Eren and her, they need to talk it out. They really do. And because we've seen the chemistry that they've had all throughout the series. For example, chapter 123, What Am I to You? That scene, my favorite scene ever. We've seen that he wrapped the scarf around her forever. And then we saw when Eren was talking to Zeke in past, going down memory lane, when Zeke was like, let's go, Eren, he stopped and looked at him wrapping the scarf around Mikasa. There's obviously something on each other's mind, but they just don't want to say it. And I know as guys, we can be complicated and not express our feelings a little bit, but come on, we got to do this, right? And I'm not saying that it has to be good interaction. I'm not saying it has to be bad interaction, but we need some form of interaction, some form of closure, if you will, between not just Mikasa, but like Coney, he was saying, Eren, I know it's hard for you about Sasha's death. He gave him a hard time. Armin wants to know why he lied to him. Levi's like, hey, I'm gonna give you a beating. It'll just be a light one. Jean wants to talk back to, and that's Jean. Why am I saying Jean? That's Jean. Like, Jean don't ever do that type of stuff. And when they were I just don't understand why we haven't seen him for so long. And I'm gonna be heated. I don't get upset, and I'm really laid back when it comes. I don't judge stuff like this. But if we get some BS talking about before he dies, they don't talk anything out. He just dies and gives his memories away, and they remember him that way. I'm gonna feel some type of way about that, because I personally think that that's lazy writing. And Mikasa is the only one who has not acknowledged, done any action towards Eren must die, Eren has to die. And maybe it's because the way it's drawn, but when you see, in chapter 137, it didn't look like she was crying to me. I'm not trying to diss Sasha. Sasha's her best female friend, but she bawled her eyes out when Sasha died. She was losing it. And when she thought Eren died in season 1, she freaking was about to kill herself. She was about to go off with life because he died. So, heck yeah, Eren weighs more of an importance in her heart than Sasha does. So I don't understand why she hasn't shed a tear. And here's my thing, alright? She also stated that she has no intention of killing him with the interaction with Annie. I believe it was either chapter 132 or 133. I'll probably put a picture of it on the screen so you guys know I'm not saying the truth. I'm not lying. But basically, when Annie asked, why don't you have your scarf on you? We all know Eren gave her that scarf, and she was all like, well, I don't have it on. I have it with me, but I'm not going to kill him. I'm just bringing him home. And this leads me to chapter 1, where they talk about the see you later scene. And like I said, with 3 episodes, with 2 more chapters after this, right? In that scene, Mikasa does not look dirty, because they were in battle fighting other previous Titan shifters. She doesn't look like we don't see tears down her cheek or anything, right? And she's not in past, right? She's not in past, because past has sand that had grass around her. So obviously they're outside. And I'm not saying that it could be death, it could be not. It could either be her saying goodbye to him, that she's dying. It could be him saying goodbye to her, and he's dying. Or it could just be, I don't know, they're living together, he's leaving, going on an adventure, going out for that day. Who knows? But the fact that, here's the thing. So, they had this thing called promises, right? Levi's promise to Erwin was talking about, I promise you, even if you guys die, I'll kill the beast time. At first, I was a believer it wasn't going to happen. I thought Levi was going to die before that happened. But hey, it happened. He kept his promise. Eren said, when Mikasa season 2 confessed her love or whatever, Eren was like, I'll wrap that scarf around you as many times as you want, now and forever. Or I may be butchering, but that's a loose quote. Basically, say he'll wrap it around you forever. So he has to wrap it around her one more time, or at least. So I think he gets closure, and so we need to see them interact. I don't care how. It could be bad. Like, he could say stuff that he doesn't mean again. But we need to see it happen. It's really important to the story. And this is reason number 5, the last reason. It's not really a reason, but it's something that I've been seeing going around people saying this, and I think I'm gonna debunk this a little bit right here. Now, people are saying that Eren's holding Historia's child in the last panel, which more likely than not is true, saying you are free, and that he'll start the rumbling again, because now that Zeke's dead, they said that whenever a Titan Shifter dies without passing on, getting eaten or whatever, it randomly appears in a child, and that it'll go in Historia's child. But the sole reason why Eren did the rumbling was to protect the people of Paradis. And so the rumbling has stopped. The people of Marley said if the rumbling stops, they're not going to hate on Eldians. They're going to be peace and love and harmony and happiness, right? That was stated. And so I personally believe that after all this is said and done, chapter 139 is going to be an epilogue probably, or it'll have no action whatsoever in chapter 139. So everything's going to happen in chapter 138. It'll probably only happen the first half of the chapter, and we get the rest about slow dialogue and making up and all that fun jazz, right? But Eren did the rumbling to protect the people that he loves. So if there's no more violence, no more anger towards Eldians after this, why would he need to rumble again, And so the rumbling, they're saying that he'll rumble it again, and then the Alliance, because let's be real, Peak, and all of them are at their Titan shifting limits by, Peak can't even regenerate right now. And I'm pretty sure most of them are out of gas for their ODM gear. So if he rumbles it again, he contradicts what he's saying when Kruger said, protect Mikasa, or Master's power to protect Mikasa army. When Grisha was about to inject him with a Titan Shifter, Master's power to protect them. It would be contradicting himself, and the second run would be unnecessary because everything would have stopped, and like I said, we've seen him shed tears over this. It's not like he wants to do this, and this would be, instead of him protecting it, and Isayama already said he changed the ending to where he had it at first, most people died during the rumble. He said he already changed that, and he would go from being somebody who wants to protect his friends to somebody who murders his friends. That's not character development, and I think that would make zero sense. But guys, give me your thoughts. Do you guys think that Eren's dead? I don't think so. Like I said, will he die? Maybe. It's 50-50, 60-40% chance, but he didn't die in chapter 137. I know that for sure. He has to, in some way or form, he's going to meet up with the scouts and his friends again. At least, like I said, it could be a negative way, it could be a positive way. We might finally get the truth. Who knows? We just gotta wait for March chapter to come out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss out on a video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. I'm posting on TikTok more. I'm actually doing pretty decent. I'm getting a couple hundred views on my TikTok, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.